Hello again team, it's Jess or JashiiCorrin and welcome back for another video. Today we have something a bit special in that I'm setting up a new bullet journal, but this one isn't for me. As the title suggests, this one is a giveaway bullet journal that I'm setting up in an Archer and Olive A5 notebook. This is the garden door design from their spring 2021 collection, and it has room for July through to December of this year. If you wanted to be in to win this one, do make sure to stay tuned, but for now I'm setting up our first page. This page here is effectively a title page for the journal, but I'm going to be calling it a then and now page. I put one of these in my start of year setup, but essentially it's just a space to record some information regarding who you are when you start the journal and who you are when you're finishing it. This could be things like what's a food or drink you've been enjoying recently, a recent accomplishment, something you're hopeful for, etc. So that this page could be suitable for whoever gets it, rather than specifying what each piece of information would be, I instead just left space for them to add their own. For example, on my current one, I have a space for savings, but that might not be something that our lucky winner really wants to record in their journal. As you can see though, there are 13 gaps in the arrow that runs down the middle of the page to record the title for each piece of information. In preparing for the setup of this journal, I was asking a bunch of questions over in the JashiiCorrin community Facebook group around what pages I should include at the start of the journal, themes for the monthly layouts, what pages to include in the monthly layouts. I wanted to make sure that whoever gets this journal can still make it their own, but has some good layouts to get themselves started. Following that idea, I wanted to make sure that any of the themes I used in this journal, whether it be the minimal botanicals theme that we have for these start of journal pages, or any of the themes that I have for the monthly setups, I wanted to keep them relatively minimal, at least in terms of colour. For any of the setups in this journal, I want our winner to be able to pick their own colour palette for each month, if they choose to have one. This not only allows them to make it their own, but it also means that they'll actually have the right gear to keep their themes cohesive if they want to. All good and well for me to go and use a specific shade of purple in a spread, but if our winner doesn't have that shade of purple, it's going to be kind of hard to keep things looking matchy-matchy. Here though you can see I'm setting up a future log in the horizontal with mini calendars style. This style of future log is one of my most popular pictures on Instagram, so I figured it was probably a safe choice for this journal setup. Over on the JashiiCorrin community Facebook group, the majority of votes went to having a 12-month future log, so this one spans 2 spreads with 6 months on each. Of course, the most fun part, or well, maybe not fun, the most time-consuming part of setting up a future log like this is filling in all of the numbers for the mini calendars. So that I didn't completely stuff this up, I made sure to check against a digital calendar as I was filling this in. I also made sure to put in the first day of the month and then the 7th, 14th, 21st and 28th, just so I had some reference dates. Over the page and we're on to the next spread, which is for birthdays and ideas. On the left here we've got the birthdays space, which contains 12 boxes, one for each month of the year. On the right hand page, this is the ideas space. I've separated the page into 4 sections, but of course more horizontal or vertical lines could be added to section this up even more. This ideas page really could be used for anything. It could be gift ideas for the birthdays on the left hand page. It could be ideas of things they want to do or accomplish in the next 6 months. Ideas related to media consumption, so movies they want to see, books they want to read, or even just a space for general thoughts and musings. Over the page and we're into the goals section. I have 2 pages related to this. On the left hand page we just have a space for goals in general, so this one's been divided so that there are 4 spaces, in theory for 4 goals. Given the size of the boxes, you could write down not only what that goal is, but also maybe a reason behind the goal, or maybe use it as a space to brainstorm some action steps, things like that. Whereas the page on the right is for a 22 before 2022 list. This is where you could list 22 things that you want to accomplish before the year is over, whether they be big things or small. This is just a fun way to add a bit of novelty to your goal setting, and of course the things on a 22 before 2022 list don't actually have to be related to goals at all. They could be fun activities you want to do, or things in particular that you've been meaning to buy but just haven't gotten around to. Really, anything goes. You could kind of think of it like a half-year bucket list. Hopefully you've noticed throughout the setup, I've been using the same heading styles on each of the pages. I've said it before and I'll say it again, one of the easiest ways to make all of the spreads of your setup look like they're cohesive is to use common elements like this. Whether it be lettering styles or decorative elements, these little things help to tie the pages together. The next spread I'm setting up here is a grid spacing cheat sheet. I've not actually set one of these up in my journals before, mostly because I'm usually alright to just count out the number of spaces I need. But from the polls that I set up on our Facebook group, this one came in first in terms of number of people requesting it. On the left-hand page of this spread, I have the horizontal divisions, so how many sections you can fit across a page when using boxes that are between 1 and 13 squares across, while on the right we have the same for the vertical divisions, so boxes between 1 and 19 squares up and down. On the left, I also have a space designated to sketching out some common layouts and writing in the spacings needed to achieve those. To continue with the botanicals theme, I also added in some decoration down the left-hand side of the right-hand page. In knowing that a lot of people like to have additional collections and trackers in their start of journal setup, so that our winner has some space to put in their own things as well, I've included 2 blank spreads after the setup of the layouts I have in this video, before we get into the pages for the first month of the journal, which is July. So you've watched me do the majority of the setup now, but how do you actually enter to win the journal? In the description box and in the pinned comment below, you'll find a link to the giveaway page where you can sign up. All you need to do is put in your email address and hit enter and you're good to go. But if you wanted some extra entries, things like subscribing to this channel, subscribing to my vlog channel, liking me on Facebook, or following me on Instagram will give you extra entries to be in to win. On that giveaway page, you can also find a summary of what is included in the journal. So a recap of the start of the journal pages I have here, but also a list of what's included in each of the monthly setups. I do hope you enter. I am really excited to be doing this giveaway. I haven't done one like this before. And if this one works out well, then maybe we'll do another one in December for January through to June next year. The giveaway will be closing on the 12th of June so that I can announce our winner on the 13th when I have the video for my next journal setup. Question of the day for you guys though, what are your must-have layouts when setting up a new journal? For me, I'm not too sure if I have any must-haves, but I have come to realize that I do quite enjoy having a future log, even if in my last journal I didn't use it that much. Having a flip through of the layouts we set up in this one though, we have the then and now page to record some information about you at the start of your journal and at the end. We have the 12-month future log spread across 2 spreads, each month having a space to write down events and the mini calendars. We have a space for birthdays and a space for ideas, a place to write down up to 4 goals and a 22 before 2022 page, and then a grid spacing cheat sheet that shows both the vertical and horizontal page divisions, as well as places to draw some commonly used layouts and the spacings needed for them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this setup, and if you did, please do make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Be sure to enter the giveaway linked in the description and in the pinned comment below. And of course, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more on planning, productivity, and personal development. Until next time, bye!